Welcome back to the cryptoworld channel, everyone. My name is Josh, and right now, Bitcoin is still playing out this bullish divergence as the price is moving closer towards this massive level of resistance, getting closer towards confirming this double bottom pattern as Bitcoin whales are buying a lot of Bitcoin, while Ethereum is also rapidly heading towards this level of resistance, getting closer towards confirming this double bottom pattern. So I'll be talking about all of that and more late in the video, so definitely watch to the end. First of all, just before taking a look at the Bitcoin charts today, we need to talk about some Bitcoin news today because on Friday, we actually saw a massive net inflow into the spot Bitcoin ETFs. This time around, it was a net inflow of over $250 million US, more specifically $253.6 million US flowing into the spot Bitcoin ETFs just on Friday. And so, of course, this is going to cause some buying pressure for Bitcoin because these are spot Bitcoin ETFs. So in case you're new to all of this, how this basically works is this $250 million basically buys these ETF shares like FBTC, for example. That's the shares of the Fidelity Bitcoin ETF. And then these ETF providers like Fidelity, BlackRock, etc., they take that money and then actually buy Bitcoin in order to back the ETF, which is what gives the ETF shares value. And so essentially just on Friday, we saw $250 million worth of buying pressure just from the Bitcoin ETFs, the US spot Bitcoin ETFs, which is obviously bullish and helped pump the price of Bitcoin over the last day or so. But as usual, on the weekends, the spot Bitcoin ETFs are closed for trading, so we have no new inflows or outflows from the spot Bitcoin ETFs over the weekend. And with that being said, taking a look at the Bitcoin charts today on the 4-day time frame, nothing's changed over the last 1 day, so getting straight into the 2-day time frame, and the same can be said about this chart as well. But with that being said, we are getting closer towards this massive line of resistance that has been acting as resistance for most of this year, and that's currently sitting at around $66,000. So we really need to break out above that level right there, and ideally above around 68,000 in order to be more confident that we're really starting more of a bull run and not just a short-term bullish trend during a larger bearish trend. But if you want to know more about this chart and this chart right here, then check out my last few videos here on the channel because once again, over the last 1 day, not much has changed on the larger time frames. But if we're taking a look at this daily Bitcoin chart, over the last 1 day, we've seen almost sideways price action in the DXY. So nothing new to update on this chart right here. And over the weekend, the DXY is closed for trading. So we have no new updates over the weekend. And if we're taking a look at this daily Bitcoin chart, we are continuing the bounce from this area of support, still sitting in between around 60.2k to 61.2k, and right now the price of Bitcoin is moving closer towards this area of resistance, sitting in between around 64.1k to 64,500 approximately. So for now, that is the resistance to pay attention to. But if we can finally see a breakout back above 64,500, then in that case we have this massive area of resistance right here, starting at around 67,000 and going up towards around 68,000. And so obviously those are the areas on the price chart where the Bitcoin price is most likely going to struggle at, as we've seen previously. But with that being said, taking a look at the 8-hour Bitcoin chart, and right now the price of Bitcoin is still pretty much perfectly playing out this bullish divergence on the 8-hour Bitcoin chart, as I've already been talking about over the last 2 days. First of all, 2 videos ago now on the channel, I mentioned that we are possibly forming a bullish divergence. And then in my last video, I said we've now confirmed the bullish divergence. And since then, we have simply seen more bullish price action as expected. Because bullish price action like this, basically a short-term bounce, is one of the most common outcomes from a bullish divergence. We usually end up seeing either a bullish relief or at least some sideways price action. So basically no more bearish price action just in the imminent short term for around a week or so is usually what we end up seeing from a bullish divergence on the 8-hour time frame, as I also explained in my last video before we saw this latest pump. And so for those of you asking about my Bitcoin trades, I have actually taken a very small Bitcoin long position with this bullish divergence right here. I'm just basically trading this bullish divergence, and I'll potentially look to add to that Bitcoin long position if we can see a confirmed breakout with candle closes above this high right here to confirm a double bottom pattern, which I'll talk about in just a moment. But essentially, if that happens, then I'll potentially look to add to that long position. But for now, I'm just in a very small long position, just simply trading this bullish divergence as of right now. And in terms of the exit strategy for that trade, as of right now, I've already got my stop loss at just above break even. So even in the worst case scenario, if we just suddenly dump, I'll still come away with very slight profits. So even in the worst case scenario, I don't lose anything when it comes to this trade that I'm taking right here. And in terms of take profit targets, I'll potentially look to take some profits at some key levels of resistance along the way up. Not close the entire trade, but maybe just take some profits off the table out of that specific leveraged long position. And so for now, that is my current trading strategy just in the short term for the price of Bitcoin, now that we are playing out this bullish divergence similar to what we saw back here. And if you want to take these trades for yourself, then personally, I take just about all of my trades and this trade right here over on Bybit. So I'll make sure to leave a link to Bybit down below this video in the description and in the pinned comment. And if you use that link down below this video to make your Bybit account and deposit on that account, then you can get up to a $30,000 deposit bonus, but only if you use that link down below this video. And also, if you use that link, it'll take you to this page right here where you can claim a 500 USDT position airdrop. So basically a free $500 trade just simply by making a Bybit account, only using that link, making a deposit and claiming their airdrop. And so if you're going to be trading crypto anyway, you might as well check this out. Once again, first link down below this video. But for whatever reason, if you cannot access Bybit or if you cannot KYC on Bybit, there's also Bitfinex, which is another crypto exchange similar to Bybit, but you don't need KYC for Bitfinex, which means if you're in the US or the UK, for example, or another country where you might not be able to access Bybit, you can access Bitfinex. So I'll also leave a link to Bitfinex down below this video. And if you use that link, it'll take you to this page where you can get a 5.5k deposit bonus and an exclusive 10% discount on all trading fees on the Bitfinex exchange forever. But that is only if you use the link down below this video to actually make your Bitfinex account. And so as another option out there other than Bybit, once again, there's Bitfinex, links down below if you want to claim those extra bonuses. But with that being said, taking a look at this 6-hour Bitcoin chart, and right now the price of Bitcoin is getting very close to potentially confirming this double bottom pattern, also known as a W pattern. But at the time of recording this video, we still need to actually confirm a breakout above this line of resistance. So basically the neckline, the breakout line for the pattern, and that's sitting at around 63.8k. So once again, we need to see at least a couple of candle closes, at least one candle close above 63.8k on this time frame right here or any larger time frame, and ideally flip that level into new support. And now that's not exactly necessary, but that'll just add extra confirmation, further confirming the breakout. And the more confirmation we see, the more confident that we can be in the price really heading in that direction. And so once again, at least for now, we still need to see confirmation confirming the breakout. But if we see that happen, then like I said earlier, I'll potentially look to add to that Bitcoin long position, simply increase the position size if we confirm this breakout, because in that case, that would set up a bullish price target for this double bottom pattern, also known as a W pattern. Really, the first target would be sitting at around 67.2k, give or take. And the second price target, the larger price target, would be sitting at approximately 68.3k. And so from the point of the breakout to that first bullish price target, that would be a move of around 5% to the upside, or to the second price target, that would be a move of around 7% to the upside, which, for example, with a 10x leverage long position would be a 70% profit, just as an example. But once again, I want to make it extra clear that as of right now, because we have not yet confirmed a breakout above this line right here, technically speaking, these bullish price targets are not active and not in play for as long as we are still below this line of resistance and have not yet seen a candle close above this line right here. And also, we have to consider that we still have resistance to the upside. Even if we confirm this breakout right here, of course, we cannot ignore resistance. And so, for example, we could see a breakout activating the bullish price target, but then still potentially run into this area or this area of resistance. So just keep that in mind as well. But essentially, if we break out above around 64,500, there's a good chance that in that case, we would likely see a move at least back up towards close to 67,000, basically this local high, which would be the next resistance. And with that being said, taking a look at the Bitcoin liquidation heat map, as of right now, the main area of liquidity to pay attention to is to the upside, sitting in between around 64,500 to 65,000. So that is still a price target to pay attention to. And with that being said, taking a look at Ethereum on the 3-day time frame, at least for now, we're still bouncing and holding above this major area of support in between 2150 to 2.2k, and we still have this resistance close to 2,500 and massive resistance at around 2.8k. But if we're taking a look at the 12-hour time frame, obviously right now the price of ETH is continuing to bounce from this important line of support right here, which is currently sitting at around 2370. So obviously we never actually confirmed a candle close below that line, which is why we need to wait for confirmation to confirm a particular pattern. And so obviously this pattern right here never confirmed at all, because we never confirmed a candle close below this neckline, which means for now that is still acting as support. But as of right now, we're getting very close to potentially breaking out above this resistance, sitting in between around 2440 to 2470, give or take. And our next resistance is sitting in between around 2550 to 2580. And we have significant resistance in between 2.7k to 2.8k. And as I explained in my last video, we have very similar price structure right now compared to what we saw in the first half of September. That's exactly what I said in my last video, basically comparing this potential double bottom pattern with a higher low price structure. Extremely similar price action right now to what we saw back here. All we need to see now is a confirmed breakout above this local high right here in order to basically confirm the double bottom pattern like what we saw last time. And if we're zooming into the 4-hour time frame, of course, right now the price of ETH is getting very close to potentially confirming that double bottom pattern and setting up a bullish price target if we confirm a breakout above this line right here, which is sitting at around 2490. So basically right at around 2.5k. That is the level that we need to break out above in order to flip much more bullish again here in the short term with a bullish price target. And if we're measuring out that bullish price target, the first price target above this line of resistance would be sitting at around 2630, and the higher price target, the second price target, if we first see a confirmed breakout here, that would be sitting at around 2660. And so if we're measuring the move from the point of the breakout to the first bullish price target, that's around a 5.5% move to the upside, or from the point of the breakout to the second price target, that's around a 6.5 to 7% move to the upside, which just for example, with a 10x leverage long position would be nearly a 70% profit. And so once again, all we're waiting for now is a confirmed breakout above this line on the price chart, which for now has not yet happened, which means there's still the possibility that we could reject here, which is why we need to wait for confirmation. But if we can see that happen, then that would activate these bullish price targets, which would be a potential trading opportunity. But as always, not financial advice, because I don't know your personal financial situation. And with that being said, taking a look at the price of Solana on the daily time frame, and just like Bitcoin and Ethereum, we are also seeing a bounce from major support for the price of Solana here on the daily chart, which is sitting in between around 137 to 142, still acting as major support. But of course, we still have resistance to the upside to pay attention to, starting at around 152 to 154, acting as resistance based on previous price action. And we have significant resistance in between around 159 to 163. And if we actually see a continued bullish relief in the price of Solana in the coming days or weeks, pretty much straight from here up towards this level right here at 163, and then if we see a confirmed breakout above 163, that would potentially confirm a massive inverse head and shoulders pattern, which would be extremely bullish, setting up a massive bullish price target all the way up here somewhere. But once again, that's only if we confirm a breakout above 163, and if we get there kind of soon, as in within the next few days or weeks. And so if we take too long to get there, playing out something like this, then there'll be no inverse head and shoulders pattern. And also, if we never actually get there, for example, if we reject from that resistance, or if we never even get to that resistance and then basically pull back, of course, there's no inverse head and shoulders pattern, which is why we need to see confirmation and first actually complete the formation phase. And if we're taking a look at the shorter term, looking at the 6-hour time frame, what is almost completed the formation phase is this W pattern, a double bottom pattern. But right now, once again, just like Bitcoin and Ethereum, at least for now, is not yet confirmed. We still need to see a confirmed breakout with a candle close at least above this line on the chart, which is sitting at around 149. And if that first happens, then that would confirm a bullish price target for this breakout trade right here, which would be sitting at around 163. So pretty much right around this area of resistance. That will likely be coming next if we first confirm a breakout above around 149, which from the point of that breakout to that price target, that would be around a 9 to 10% move to the upside, which for example, with a 10x leverage long position would be nearly a 100% gain, around a 90 to 100% profit, essentially doubling your money in one single trade, just as an example. Once again, not financial advice, I'm just explaining an example of a potential trading opportunity. And personally, when it comes to these breakout trades right here, obviously I like to wait for the confirmed breakout before entering the trades, because right now with the price still below the breakout line, this bullish price target is not active. It is not in play while the price is still below this line. And also the point of invalidation for a breakout trade like this would be if we break out and then break back below the point of the breakout, that would invalidate the breakout trade and invalidate the bullish price target. So personally, I also like to look at those invalidation levels to place stop losses around those levels in case we just see a fake out. But once again, that's just giving you an insight into my trading strategies when it comes to breakout trades just like this. As always, not personal financial advice, because what works for me might not work for you. But if you want to trade these moves for yourself in the price of any crypto, once again, check out those links down below this video if you want to claim those extra bonuses. And if you want to actually know how to trade crypto, no matter if the price is bullish, bearish, or chopping around sideways, then make sure to watch these videos popping up right here on your screen. The video in the top left shows you how you can profit from bullish or bearish price action using long positions or short positions, and the video in the bottom left shows you how you can easily profit from choppy sideways price action. But anyway, that is everything that I have to say for today. I really hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next video.